In today's episode, we have Graham. I think in this episode you'll get a lot of value out of it since Graham's played soccer all the way in Scotland and around the world, and then here in Australia too. Should be saying football, but all good. In this episode, we did have a bit of trouble with the mics, but I hope that doesn't affect things too much. But I think you'll get a lot of value out of this episode. Enjoy. Welcome, Graham. How are you?
Cheers, mate. Good, yeah, good.
It's good, man. So let's go with you. I guess since you've moved over from Scotland, you've coached a bit of soccer. So let's go. I guess we'll dive straight into like your kind of background.
Okay.
And how you've come as a person or a coach for the Brisbane Roar, or under 18s Brisbane Roar, I should more specifically say.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
no worries. Well, I started off playing football as a kid, like many do in the UK. So I was born in Scotland, moved to England for a wee bit, and then went back to Scotland.
Yeah.
And just played in the streets, played with my cousins, all bigger, and older players as well. So sort of toughened you up a little bit. And then you join a boys' club team. So it's a little bit different to here. In the system, you just literally went to the local one most of the time. But we were pretty fortunate to have a decent team. And then a good manager at the time as well. It was one of my friend's dads, but he was really, really good. And from that, you'd play at the weekend, and then scouts would come and watch you. And then obviously if you were good enough, or they thought you were, you'd go to do some training, and then if you were still good enough, they'd keep you, and so on and so on. So I was pretty lucky enough at 15 and a half, roughly. I signed for Celtic, which is one of the big two clubs in Scotland, which was awesome. So I sorted on my apprenticeship there. Got to Celtic, had some good coaches. There was one coach called Sean Smith, who was a Celtic coach in my area, who was by far the best mentor and coach you could ever dream of as a young boy. Like, he was just phenomenal. And a lot of the stuff that I do now as a coach and the way I am as a person is because of him, which is pretty cool. So I take coaching very seriously, because it's not just the skills that you show the kids on the field, but as a mentor and to become a better person, to me is massive.
Yeah, because it's more, I guess with teaching, it's not just the sporting side as a coach, it's more coming as a life, like you're teaching them life skills as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You know, because most people, when you start off in any sport, the chances of being at the elite level and earning all this money as a career is very, very slim, you know. But what you can do is you can make lots of friends, you can become a great person, you become disciplined, you can travel the world like I've done, fortunately. And then, there's so many other cool aspects to mentoring these kids, and like what was done with me, because it can set you up for life.
Yeah, because it builds that foundation, especially in a team sport, because I guess with society too, it's not as much it is individual, but it is everything as a community, like from an aspect, and I guess that's what team sport kind of helps you, I guess, when you're growing up, to build up to.
100%.
Help the community, it's not every man for themselves.
Yeah, no, 100%, and I think the way the world is right now, it just shows you. You know, like, as much as all the rubbish that's happening, like, people are coming together. Yeah. You know, and I think that's been missed. Yeah. And we had that growing up. You know, we had a little community inside our town. You had the football community, you had your school community, and it was all this all the time. Like, everyone just chipped in, you know, and it wasn't just you on your own. Yeah,
because I guess it's like with society now, everything came so good, so you didn't really have to look after or look out for anyone, so we just kind of started creating our own problems.
Yes.
And then that created a lot of tension between people.
Yeah.
And now that all that, you know, all the real fake problems are gone, we got real issues, everyone's actually working as a community again.
100%, and that's what I see. You know, obviously if you dig deep and you look at all the real rubbish that's going on, but you know, if you look at the positive side of it, there is a lot of that happening. Yeah. So hopefully, once it all goes away, that there's more of that, and then that continues for a long time.
That's definitely true. So guess with football over in say the UK, how was the local teams, or how do they do stuff over there? Was it like in different divisions, or was it kind of the same as here, or? It's
a wee bit different. I mean, I was from a small town.
Yeah.
So there was only like one high school. Okay, for example, to get you the size, and we had a Fyfe boys league, and basically it was just an under you were, so under 11s or under 12s, and it was just that league. There wasn't enough teams to have divisions as such, so I mean, you'd play some teams and you know it would be 12 to 18-0, but then there'd be a few games that was, you know, you'd be very, very close. But we quite like that. You know, I think growing up it was quite good to looking back, is to have those so-called easier games, but it meant that you got more touches on the ball. It meant that you could try new things without, being scared, I suppose. And then you had your tough games as well. But then the system over there was you then went to a separate group to go and do your training. So all the best players were picked. You all came to a group, and then it was full on. So you had, to me looking back, you had everything, and it really helped the development, I think, as a player and as a person as well. It's pretty cool.
So I guess you made it all the way up to the amateurs. So how long did you play with them over in, say, Scotland?
Well, when I went to Celtic, I was there I trained with them for a few years before I moved over to Glasgow. So it was supposed to be like moving from maybe the Gold Coast to the Sunshine Coast. It wasn't massive, but in Scotland it's quite a big distance.
Because over there an hour drive's a long way. Here it's like it's nothing.
It's nothing. But I remember if we ever had to do that sort of drive, your mum would pack sandwiches. You check the oil in the car. You'd make sure the petrol was full. And it was an hour and a half drive. Where here it's just a normal day-to-day thing. So. It's a bit different, that one. So I moved to Glasgow, moved in with a family. Well, we stayed somewhere before that, and then moved in with a family you called Diggs. So there was 3 or 4 boys who came from different parts of Scotland, and we all stayed together. A couple from Ireland, which was pretty cool and a great scary experience at the start. But it made you grow up pretty quick. Yeah,
it does. I guess that's it with anything that's challenging or just out of your comfort zone. You kind of have to make you adapt really quick. It's always scary at the start, but then once you're doing it's not as hard as you think.
It's just making new comfort zones. It's so true, and that fear factor and all that thing that's going on. If you can step through that and burst through it, only good things happen. In my opinion.
100%. That's especially with myself over the last year, just stepping out of my comfort zone and approaching people about certain things. And say doing the podcast is it's all been scary stuff. Even though I still get nervous now before doing one. But it's it's beneficial at the end of the day.
Of course, mate. I was the same even today. I was like, do I cancel? Why do I want to be on the camera? Who's going to watch? What are they going to think? And all this stuff comes in your head. But at the end of the day, I think there'll be good come from it. If one person likes it and gets something good from it, then it's worth it.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it too. Now it's not this stuff isn't for me. It's for someone else that needs it. That's watching it.
That's it, mate. Yeah, that's cool.
So I guess you got to travel to a few countries out of playing football and that too. So what kind of countries did you travel to, say, before we came to Australia?
Well, we done tournaments. So when we were at Celtic and stuff, you'd go to different tournaments in different countries, which was cool. But I actually moved to play full time from Scotland to England. So not a massive jump, but went down to England, signed for a team down there called Cheltenham Town. Played a few years down there, and then decided I was going to move back to Scotland. Went back to Scotland and kind of thought, I don't know if I want to hang around here, and I had the opportunity then to go to a few different countries. But my agent was the same agent as a friend I was at Celtic with, and he was an older player. He'd retired and became a manager in New Zealand. And I got this offer to go to New Zealand for 6 months, and I thought, again, fear factor, why not? Something good will happen from it. Let's see what happens. So I remember flying, got to Dubai, and I sat there and I had to get my suitcases off one plane.
It's a very big airport there too. It's very daunting.
Massive, mate. And I'm from a small town, and it was crazy. And I had my 2 suitcases, and I remember just sitting down, going. I had a 10-hour wait. And I said, "What am I doing?" And anyway, I had my cases, and I went, "What have I just done?" Seriously, what have I just done? I've just left everything I've done in the UK, and then now I'm in Dubai. I couldn't even spell Dubai at the time. I was like, Jesus. So anyway, about 2 days later, it felt like I got to New Zealand and settled in there. The people there were just amazing. The team had the best culture I'd been involved in as a culture. Maybe apart from the Celtic youth team in my second year there, which was awesome.
Plus too, in New Zealand, sporting culture is really big over there.
It is, you're right. And it rubbed off, with the All Blacks and the cricket team and all that. It really rubbed off even on the local sport. And I just loved it there, mate. So I ended up staying for 4 years.
Because I was talking to one of my mum's old friends because he used to live in New Zealand too. They used to play rugby, but they used to verse the soccer kids in rugby, and they used to get smashed with the soccer kids because they used to be so much fitter.
We used to have some fun games. We used to do cricket and rugby, as a group, and sometimes you play against other codes or whatever. And it was fun. It was great times.
So what made you do the move to Australia?
When I first went to New Zealand, there was about 24 games, and there was 2 leagues. There was a summer league and a winter league, which I quite like the concept. So you could play all year round.
Yeah.
You played in the summer, and there was the top 8 teams in the whole country. So it was literally like an elite competition. And then you had the winter league, where it was just your sort of region. So I was in the North Island, and I think there was 2, maybe 3 divisions in the North Island. So we were in one of them. So I done that. There was in the summer league, the elite one, which was awesome. Both were really good, but this one was the elite one. There was about 24 games. There was coverage on the TV, and I thought, this is cool. This could really, take off and be really good. And for whatever reason, the games got lowered to, I don't know, like 14 games, and then the TV coverage went, and I wasn't sure where New Zealand football was going at the time. Even though the coaches and some of the players were really good, I wasn't sure, and I thought, kind of itchy feet. Got told about Australia. It was a little bit bigger, a little bit better. And then my friend ended up signing for a team up the Sunshine Coast, and I went, okay, I'm going to look into coming. And for a few different reasons, I ended up at Redlands United, which is 10 minutes from my house now, sitting here. I went there and stayed at that club for 10 years.
Yeah, because the local league is pretty big with the soccer. Like, even like, I guess compared where I was a child, like to now, like it's huge.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of the younger kids coming up, like especially when coming into work and that, it's like every kid you talk to is playing.
I think it's the most played sport as a junior.
Yeah.
Maybe not now because everything's cancelled.
Yeah.
But I think there's more participants in soccer than football, than the round football, than any other one at the moment, which is cool, And I think it's great, even if kids want to, and I'm a massive soccer football fan, right?
Yeah.
But even if the kids start with soccer, once they get their strength and size and they want to move into something else, they're going to have the team discipline, they'll have the balance, they'll have the footwork, because I don't know if I'll get into trouble in Australia, but it is a little bit easier catching a ball than what it is controlling it with your feet.
I definitely agree with that too.
Even though there's a lot of athleticism and skill and tactics involved in all the other codes, so if they can learn that early, then it's an easier transition as they get older. But vice versa, if you do rugby or something all your life and try and then change to football at 14, 15, the chances are you won't do too well.
So I guess what was something you've taken out of football, like the biggest thing you've kind of added to your life, or the best thing you've learned out of it, which you can add to every day?
I love that. That's a great question. I think discipline and leadership.
Yeah.
I think that's been massive, because there's many ways you can lead.
Yeah.
And being a dad now of 2 beautiful kids, and running a coaching business, and being involved in a team through my full-time work, and now leading the Brisbane Roar under 18s team, that's helped me massively. And the disciplines that you have, that football give you, just as in day-to-day life, mate, getting up when you don't want to get up, going to work when you can't be bothered, sacrificing some treats when you want to try and stay healthy, all that kind of stuff, and you can pass that on to your kids, who then hopefully become good people as well. So I think discipline and leadership, and having fun. Football is so much fun. Like the banter and the fun that you can have is just phenomenal. So I try and wrap those 3 things together. In every part of my life. I
think it's very important too to have like those 3 things wrapped together and being able to apply all them to your life. Because if you say you miss out on discipline, your life's all over the place. You miss out on leadership, people don't really like you. You miss out on fun, your life is miserable.
There you go. It was quite cool, actually. And I've never been asked that before, so thanks.
That's all good.
That was cool.
So how long have you been coaching for the under 18s now at Brisbane?
The Roar I started last October, so it's not been too long. So before that, I'd been doing coaching since New Zealand, so I've been coaching for 20 years, which has been awesome, going from little juniors all the way through. Coaching a little bit, helping with first teams and stuff. So I've done it all. And then I got the opportunity, a new general manager took over at the Roar for the academy section, and I know him through football here, and I got a call, and without even asking anything, I just said yes. Because to be able to coach the best kids in Queensland at this age, I mean, we might miss a couple, it can happen, but majority of them are in the team, and I've really, really loved it. It just really sucks that you can't do it at the moment.
That's it. It's kind of like, especially when it's like you're passionate about something, and then I guess at the moment everything's been taken away that you're passionate about.
It makes it hard.
Yeah,
it
so
really
it makes
does.
you're like sitting there watching and guess, on YouTube replays and that, he's sitting there getting frustrated, and staring at a screen doesn't help anything at all either.
It doesn't. I've tried to spin it away. I mean, we're doing player evaluations at the moment.
Yeah.
We've got WhatsApp groups that we can, keep in tow with the boys and, give them little tips on, physical activities they can do, ball work and nutrition, all that kind of stuff. We can, still help them and sort of stay involved as a team. So, trying to lead that a little bit as well through the club. So it's frustrating, but like you said, man, you just got to make the best of it.
Yeah, that's it. So, with your busy lifestyle, how you've added being a dad? Adding into the mix, because I know it's quite hectic once you add kids in, because you got to put them first and then you got to juggle everything.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's a great question, and there was a simple answer. I think I'll try and make it simple.
You can spread it out if you need to.
So right now, if everything was going, I'd have a full-time job and 3 part-time jobs.
Yeah.
And the job as a husband and a dad, so that's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But what I done, I got a good tip on writing a schedule. So basically, getting a schedule from Monday to Friday, all the hours, putting in your family time first, because that's the most important to me. So I'll block those times in, and then you block in stuff that you need to do. So my full-time work is a must. My roar was a must certain times. My personal coaching that I do certain times, and then the fitness and playing side. I think of them all now. And then even like me and my wife have a date night. So we plan in one date night a week. And it might only be a few hours, but it's really important to plan it in.
Yeah, because when you start timing stuff in, you start, I guess, valuing the time a lot more, especially if you do have a very busy lifestyle. 100%. When you get that quality time, it's so much better than, say, spending the full day with someone, or a week. If you can spend that hour, you get a lot more done in that hour. Connection I should be talking about.
Yeah, mate, it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true, mate. And value and time is massive, I've wasted so much time. When I look back, what did I do with all that time? It's mental.
It's crazy how much time you actually do have when you actually think of it, because now you got social media. How much time do you... I spend a lot of time scrolling through social media, and I'm like, this time could be going for so much better things than just sitting here and just scroll and see the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, but it's an addiction.
Yeah, it is.
It's an addiction, and people sometimes don't realise. And I still do it myself, and I'm like, come on, snap out of it. Why am I looking at someone what they've had for tea last night? It doesn't
especially
matter.
with your business kind of stuff too, because a lot of it involves social media, and then you'd be jumping on to post or reply to a message, and then you end up just scrolling through, and you're like, wait, I don't even need any of this.
Yeah. It's a fine line, eh?
Yeah.
Because social media can be amazing. There's so many cool things, but it can also be very addicted. I don't know, whatever word it is, and it can definitely distract you.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Definitely. So, how's being a dad? How have you found it so far?
Mate, to be honest, mate, it's my favourite thing I've ever done in my life. I just love it. Every couple of months, your kids change, so when you go through it, you'll realise, and it's like getting to know them again. An easy way to put it, mate, it's like there's a part of your heart, and a different part that you never knew just opens up. So you've got this whole new part of your heart just open up. That unconditional love that my mum told me about that I didn't realise.
You think back then, you're like, nah, it doesn't exist.
What does that mean, man? But, no matter what my kids do, even though if they do something really bad or annoying, not that I have yet, touch wood, fingers crossed, but you're still gonna love them. It's amazing, mate. And I try and spend as much time as I can, when I can, and quality time. So the phone's away.
Yeah.
There's no other distractions.
Yeah,
and it's just me and the kids, and away we go.
I guess it's such a learning curve even for yourself, because it's like you see a lot of yourself in your children, and then you're like, oh, I didn't even know that about myself, and then you think back, you're like, okay, I do stuff like that.
Well, things are caught, not taught.
Yeah.
I could tell my kids so many things, but they're going to copy me.
Yeah.
And they've done it. Yeah. There's been a few things that they've said and done, and I'm like, God, is that from me?
I think that's definitely why we need to get rid of that. What's the saying? It's like, do what I say, not what I do. Because at the end of the day, children don't do that. They just do what you do.
They'll follow in your footsteps. Yeah, they really do. And I'm lucky. My wife's amazing with them. And I'm half good. I try and be the best dad I can, and trying to lead them, trying to keep them disciplined in a good way, and try and have loads of fun. Basically, it's just those 3 things.
I guess it's we'll get back to why. It's kind of a really good why to stay, keep doing what you're doing, be a better person working towards somewhere else, because they'll, I guess,
evolving just as quick, so you kind of want to keep up too,
That's
so you're
it.
not falling behind.
That's so true. I tried to do my daughter's maths work the other day.
Yeah.
She was only 7. I was like, really? Is this like they're going to be smart, mate? And if you can guide them the right path, and if they go off course a wee bit and get them back on, that some of the kids nowadays they could do some special things.
Yeah, because kids are very intelligent. Like even because I'm working at the barber and that, and then at work you have more intelligent conversations with a 8-year-old than you do some adults, and you're like, how do you know this stuff?
It's just the way in the world now.
Yeah.
Social media, the laptops, the iPads that they get at school, and all the stuff they're doing. Like she's already doing online dance classes. Like that was unheard of. Online football. Like we'd watch a football, run out and back once it's done, and try and copy.
Yeah.
But she's getting taught online so it's it's all these cool things that. And she's already said that she wants to do that to people.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, you jump on the Zoom calls and do that. And you can do it now. It's say, at a very young age, jump on YouTube and make a career out of it at 15, even younger.
That's it, mate. It's phenomenal, and if it's done in the right way.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But being a dad, mate, there's nothing, to me, there's nothing better. Lights you up.
Guess what's, I'm trying to think of something.
Yeah, you're alright.
So it's so what's to keep active with them, what do you do, I guess, to keep them active and keep yourself active with them?
That's good. I know my kids, like you said, my kids want to copy you, what you do. So obviously with my football, so my daughter does dancing, so she just loves her dancing. Now Lizzie used to be a dancer. So it's obviously rubbed off, which is awesome. And my wife Lizzie loves it as well, and so she dances 6 or 7 classes a week. So she's full on active. But when she comes home, she's dancing or playing, and she's really really good with her little brother Ollie, who he's a crazy little dude. He's cool, but he's very active. So they've got skateboards, they've got bikes. Me and Lizzie bought an adult scooter. Because they were getting really fast. So I'd suggest that to parents. Once they're on their scooter and going fast, don't stop going out with them. Just get yourself a scooter.
Yeah, just upgrade.
So you
slowing
can
them down.
So you can keep up. So now they're learning how to ride a bike. Both of them can do it, which is cool. But now it's great for me because I can go for a jog, and my daughter actually keeps up. You know? So you just find ways of doing that. I run a football session on a Sunday morning for 3 to 6 year olds. Because that's 3 and 6. Or coming up for 7 half. So roughly around that age. So we do that together. Any chance we get, we'll go for walks. There's so many cool walks around here. You've got the weather.
Yeah. So the weather's good. Anywhere actually you can go for walks and it's pretty scenic, especially even where I live over at home here. It's there's plenty of stuff to go see. There's parks around the place.
It's a beautiful country. We're very privileged.
Yeah. I don't think there's really any excuse not to go outdoors. I don't know about you, but after a certain amount of time of sitting down watching TV, I feel useless. I feel like I'm going brain dead. Especially with everything going on and work slowing down, and then it's a couple hours there, you're sitting there watching something, and you're like, I should be going and doing something, this can't do this.
Yeah, you got to get out, mate. You got to get out. So I literally leave that door, go for a run, come back.
Yeah.
But we've actually, if you went round the back, you'd see an assault course. So in the garden,
oh really?
We've set up. We do football here, and we've done an assault course. So we've got a trampoline. So we always buy stuff for the kids that are going to keep them active on outside as much as we can. So they've got stepping stones, they've got a climbing frame, they jump onto the trampoline, run around it, jump on it, round the cubby house, get the skipping rope, get the football, on the skateboards, and it's just in a cool little...
That's cool.
Yeah, I always had football in, obviously.
Yeah, you have to.
There's a goal there, so they get a shot at goal. And
that's it, it's just keep them active as possible, and then they learn better from doing stuff instead of staring at a screen. You learn a lot from a screen, but I guess using your imagination, you learn a lot more, you become more creative.
I think, it was funny, I was talking to a dad the other day, we were talking about health and nutrition, which I'm really passionate about, and he was talking about kids nowadays, and I said, you used to run around, you used to climb trees, and you'd get your strength in your legs and your arms from climbing, and there's a lot of kids nowadays that are a little bit weaker, I think because of that. So if you can set stuff up for that, I know the day and age, you don't just let them go, when I was younger, away you go and come back when it's dark. That doesn't happen, but yeah, you can set stuff up, get them climbing, get them using every muscle, you know. It's okay.
That's definitely true. So yeah, man. Final question, man. What is the legacy you want to create?
Oh, that's awesome. Do you know what I say to my daughter and my kids all the time before they go to school or kindy? I always say, have fun and learn something. Okay, and the legacy I want to leave is that I want to change the family blueprint of my family. So growing up, we grew up in a council estate, and money was always tight. So I want to change my family blueprint on that front. I want to leave behind that the kids aren't scared to get out of their comfort zone, and that they can, if they want to really go for something, they just go for it. And if people are hating on you or not liking what you're doing, then just keep going, because you're obviously doing something right. So yeah, I just want to leave that and just enjoy life.
That's it. That's sweet. Cheers for coming on, man.
Are we allowed?
I don't know.
We just do that.
Yeah. Namaste. I don't know what we can get away with, but cheers, man.
I know what it's like.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Make sure you share it with your friends. Tell us what you think. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that jazz. All right, cheers.